I hope you guys are having a good day, because I'm about to shatter it to bits. This is probably one of the craziest stories that I've ever covered live on stream. This is something that, I don't think we've ever seen in modern political history. Extremely wild. I'm quite sure that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about with Donald Trump getting an attempted assassination attempt on him. Guy tried to shoot and kill him. It failed miserably. He came close, right? Nicked his ear, but he shot and he missed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at the video that came from the rally. We're gonna take a look at what happened at the actual rally. There's a clip going around because the event was completely live streamed, and then after that, then we're going to be talking about kind of like the political rhetoric that I think has sort of like led to this moment. Of course, we can't be 100% sure until we know who the shooter is and the motives and all that stuff. But I must say that there has been a ratcheting up of all this rhetoric, calling Donald Trump a threat to democracy. A lot of people acting like this guy needs to be stopped at all costs. He's going to destroy the country. That type of thing. It's sort of rhetoric that I sort of like poo-pooed in my reaction to the presidential debate, but in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have, and maybe I should have kind of addressed that more seriously, since it is a some rhetoric that is in the lexicon of the American political discourse. But in any case, let's kick things off with the video from the actual rally. Here is the footage as it happened of this event as it happened live.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something.
Note that this actually did not happen long into the speech. So the shooter, I would imagine, came there specifically to shoot him. Didn't really waste too much time.
Something that said, take a look at what happened.
I couldn't imagine how scary it must have been to be there at this moment.
Hold, when you're ready, on you. Ready? Move, move, go.
Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here, move to the stair. Stair, get ready.
We ready?
So shooter's down?
Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move?
We're clear.
Let's move. Let's move.
We're clear.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the front.
He's bleeding.
Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoe down. My shoe.
Watch out.
Is he saying fight there? I mean, that's not the type of rhetoric we need right now, but that said, it's very cool to see him up and on his feet and stuff right after getting shot there. Oh, looks like he's hurt though, because he's kind of limping. Wow. It's a crazy moment in American history. Angry Canadian in the chat says the shooter getting sentenced to death. The shooter has died. Shooter got shot. We'll be covering that later on. But that's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, not gonna lie, and this is not a joke because it is legit. You know, on my bingo card, I did have Trump dying, but I didn't think that it would go down like this. I'm glad though that he survived this attack. But that is incredibly bizarre, extremely shocking. But anyways, if we look at Team Trump's Twitter page, or X page, sorry, the Trump team has responded to the incident, says President Trump thanks law enforcement and first responders for their quick action during this heinous act. He is fine and is being checked out at a local medical facility. More details will follow. I don't know if he's completely fine. Seems to me like he got some sort of injury, but it doesn't seem like they're life-threatening injuries. The Younger Canadian says the shooter was a Joe Biden dementia patient abusing lover person. I don't know if we know that that's the case, because I don't think we've had we've ID'd the shooter yet. By the time this goes up as a video, the shooter may be ID'd, but we'll have to see. Now, the Trump spokesperson, Stephen Chung, let's see if he has anything to say about this so far. No, he's not done anything about this on his socials. The Team Trump put out any new posts? Nope, nothing new so far. I forgot to check Truth Social before going live. Let me check Truth Social and see if Donald Trump has anything to say. Nothing from Donald Trump's Truth Social either. So no news other than that Trump is okay if we're just looking at the official messaging from their accounts. I'm sure that by the time this goes up, there'll be more news. But that's just from what I see right now. Now, of course, you might be wondering, what might have caused this to happen, right? Like, what was the motive? What was the reasoning? And for some people, it might be obvious, but I must say that, and I appreciated News Nation for bringing this up because I did listen to them for the breaking news coverage of this. The rhetoric in the United States of talking about whether or not politicians or presidents are going to destroy the country or the country will be no more or the nation is about to die, those types of things have been ratcheting it up. Now, we can't point the fingers at just one side of the political aisle because both sides have done this repeatedly. I know people are saying that Obama was going to completely destroy the country and that the nation was going to become a socialist doomscape. That hasn't necessarily come to pass. The one side of the political aisle loves to pretend that the other side of the political aisle is going to destroy America in 6 months. It's not the case. But it seems like some people have fallen for that rhetoric. And actually, if we look at some Democratic messaging lately, it hasn't been hard to find people saying that Donald Trump is basically going to destroy the country. Democrats.org made a post here not even a month ago saying, reminder, Donald, dictator on day one, Trump is an existential threat to our democracy. We have, Vox.com complaining and saying Democrats say Trump's an existential threat. They're not acting like it. Like, one could argue that maybe they're acting like it now. We'll see. It says, if the stakes of the 2024 election are as great as the party says, there's no excuse for inaction. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is there an action now? Are they being inactive, would you say? So, yeah, I don't like rhetoric like this. There's even more, honestly, because it's not just this. There's also the presidential immunity case, which, I've been hearing rhetoric from some left-wingers as well, saying this is also going to destroy America and, America might be toast. To be fair, I watch an unhealthy amount of Destiny. I'm not watching Destiny anymore, at least as often because of some of his analysis. But we've got this here from U.S. News. I don't know what World Report has to say about this, but the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity undermines democracy. The nation's highest court seems motivated by politics, not the law. So when we have people out here saying that Donald Trump is going to be a dictator, and we have people out here saying that Donald Trump is going to destroy democracy and that the country might be done, especially with many people on the left fearful that the presidential immunity case is going to allow Trump to just do whatever he wants to, assassinate political opponents, to have anyone, investigated for any particular reason, even for malicious reasons. You are probably going to see some people inspired to commit violent acts like this. Now, of course, anyone who does a violent act bears the responsibility for that for that attack. Let's make that clear. But it's also important to say that kind of as in the political community, we have a responsibility to change our rhetoric and make sure that we are not unduly scaring voters and scaring Americans. Because look, the media has made out Trump to be kind of like Hitler. And we know how people have venerated folks like Bonhoeffer who made up plans to assassinate Hitler. So are we going to, and there's also like, when people talk about time travel and stuff like, oh, what are you going to do when you travel in time? I'm going to go back in time and kill Hitler. So like when people have kind of like made Trump out to be this sort of like orange Nazi, as I've heard some people say, are we going to be surprised when we see attacks on Donald Trump's life? And this too is a guy who likes to stand on at a podium. He doesn't like to get down, because I think there have been other security incidents at his rallies, and Secret Service got around him, said like get down and go away, and he was like, no, I don't want to leave. I think someone tried to rush him on the stage. So honestly, this is a shocking moment. But it's only completely surprising if you haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention, both to rhetoric from the left and also how previous rallies of Donald Trump's have been going. Now, we do have this article from AP, and I'll be using them as a source here just because they've kind of been up to date with everything that's been happening. They've been breaking a lot of news as of late. They have a headline here that says, shooting at Trump rally is being investigated as assassination attempt. AP sources say. If we go down here, let's see what updates do they have. Okay, we got Republican leaders react. That's true. I did see a bunch of those people react. Yep, Trump seen with what appears to be blood on the face. Trump ducked. Agents dove on top of him. He's fine. Joe Biden has received an initial briefing. They got to wake him up, but I would not be shocked to see. I would not be shocked to see Joe Biden give some sort of statement about this either today or tomorrow. Let's see. Pennsylvania governor condemns violence against any political party or leader. Good. Trump posts photo of Trump bloody and fist raised. I did think that, this was like the picturesque image. I mean, honestly, this is incredibly striking. This is kind of crazy. Am I shocked? Not entirely, but just to see it happening in real time just kind of makes it more real than I wish it was. Musk posts video of Trump surrounded by security. Is this from a different angle? Wait. No, this is just from the official Trump feed. I think that Trump feed went down because I couldn't find it. These images will go down in history. That is true. And is this moment, like, I think that this is just going to help Trump. In my opinion, this is going to help Trump. When you see someone who is assassinated for whether or not you agree with his politics or not, but ostensibly standing up for what he believes in and doing his best to help the country, even if he's doing it in a way that you may not like, or he's doing policies that you don't support. And especially the fact that he gets right back up and starts like, shouting into the crowd with his fist raised, completely unfazed by someone trying to shoot him in the head. I think this is a stark contrast to Joe Biden, who just behaves like a doddering fool, like that old decrepit king from, I think, like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, who basically is speaking in whispers and can barely even raise his hand. Trump here, I think, is portraying an image of strength that I think Joe Biden wished that he could portray, but also is just going to be extremely appealing to voters. Possible running mates express concern. Yeah, it's fair because, I mean, they're going to be in the crosshairs too. Prayers pouring from political rivals. Oh, that's awesome. Chuck Schumer, Chris Murphy, Hakeem Jeffries. That's awesome. Hakeem Jeffries is someone who could run for president eventually, I think. In photos, Trump rushed off stage. These are crazy pictures. Wow. This is insane. Buttigieg called us nation to completely unequivocally reject all political violence. Trump is escorted from stage. Anything else? Standard rally security. Justin Shooter dead and rally attendee killed at Trump event in Pennsylvania. Butler County District Attorney tells AP. New York City will increase police presence. Yeah, they've been doing a great job at fighting crime and violence. Politicians continue to condemn political violence. That's wonderful. That's very good. I'm sure they're going to keep on calling Trump a threat to democracy, though, and that he's about to destroy the country, but okay. Let's see. Justin, law enforcement saying, we know this. This was a headline that's being investigated as an assassination attempt. Obama said there's absolutely no place for political violence in our democracy. That's good that Obama's speaking out about this. The shooter was engaged by members of the U.S. Secret Service counter-assault team and killed, according to two officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the ongoing investigation publication. The heavily armed tactical team travels everywhere with the president and major party nominees and is meant to confront any active threats while the other agents focus on safeguarding and evacuating the protectee. Trump campaign senior advisor Chris LaCivita responded to the shooting with a post on X. Oh, he did. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up. Because that quote seems truncated. Yeah, I'm seeing he is boosting or retweeting some posts that are complaining about how the news media didn't want to say that this was a shot or an assassination attempt when it was pretty obvious that's what was happening. I mean, to be fair, I don't think it was confirmed. You don't want to scare people, right? Okay. Oh, I see. I can't find the quote, but yeah, I guess AP says the post was deleted. Well, of course they tried to keep him off the ballot. They tried to put him in jail. Now you see this. He did make two posts. So he posted this. He said, "Are you kidding me? Anyone who died." Oh yeah. So he's replying to this, by the way. This is video courtesy of CBS News.
That's exactly where I heard him come from.
What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, he's been shot. So I made my way over. I said, I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There's lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. And so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. I got people there really helpful. I got him up on the bench.
Shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, did chest compressions, as well as I breathed for him.
One person.
I was the only one that did it.
We need to evacuate everybody.
Wow. Wow. And so in the reaction to this, someone said, "Pray for the poor rallygoer who died. That bullet was meant for Trump," which is a crazy take. Someone said, tragic. I got some people kind of, someone saying, "Thank you, Miranda, 100%. And so in response, someone who's on Trump's team says, "Are you kidding me? Anyone who dies due to political violence is a tragedy. But to suggest that Donald Trump should have died is the lowest of lows." That is absolutely an insane take to have. An insane take to have. But I mean, I wouldn't be entirely surprised. We're going to see more people, I think, in the next 24 hours having some rhetoric that's like, "Oh man, it's a shame that this attack failed." Like, I can't even begin to imagine what words Hasanabi is uttering right now. Did he make any takes on this? I'm kind of curious to see. But he also boosted this. That guy who was on Trump's team also boosted this. It said, "Remember this? I do." Referring to this, leading Democrats introduced legislation to strip President Trump of Secret Service protection. They did that at the same time as Joe Biden called President Trump a dictator, and Nancy Pelosi said President Trump must be stopped. Ranking Member Thompson introduces legislation to ensure no Secret Service protection for convicted felons sentenced to prison. Yeah, it's targeting Trump. It says, and as Biden asked him to be put in a bullseye, and when job this to beat Donald Trump, I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to do it. So we're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye. I mean, that could be political rhetoric. It doesn't mean that he's talking about violence there. Biden says he is grateful Trump is doing well after shooting at rally. No place for this kind of violence in America. Did Biden make a tweet? I don't know if Biden said anything. Is there an official statement? Okay, yes, there is an official statement from the POTUS account, and Biden's personal account boosted it, so here it is. I've been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well. I'm praying for him and his family and for all those who were at the rally as we wait further information. Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it. And then we've got and Woker is making a good point here, saying you decided this by saying Trump and his supporters would end democracy. You have blood on your hands, resign in disgrace. I don't think that you can say that Joe Biden has blood on his hands because he didn't shoot the person. He actually didn't directly call for violence either. You have to take that into account, right? You can't be complaining about Donald Trump, kind of using incendiary political language, but referring to political policies or, activism, and you're trying to defend him from that when Joe Biden says similar things about putting Trump in a bullseye, that he's being violent, right? That's or calling for violence. That's a double standard. But Texas Loopy says, yeah, put Trump in a bullseye. That's not what Joe Biden meant. I hope the right doesn't run around with that language because I don't think he meant that. And also with his decrepit mental state, I don't know if you could even, hold him accountable for the words he's saying at this point. Justin, Biden to deliver remarks to nation after apparent assassination attempt on Trump. When is that going to happen? Biden campaign to pause TV ads, supporter messaging. That is shocking. That shocks me. I was not expecting to see that. Wow. I mean, I guess you can't be running around saying Trump is going to end democracy and then he gets an assassination attempt, to be fair. Okay, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, Democrat, posted on X that he and his staff are in contact with security planning coordinators ahead of the RNC, which is set to begin Monday in Milwaukee. Very good, very good. I hope that nothing happens there. We cannot be a country that accepts political violence of any kind. That is not who we are as Americans, Evers said. Also extending thoughts to President Trump and praising first responders. Donald Trump Jr. says his father is in great spirits. Oh, Biden's press conference has begun. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Let me pull that up. This is happening in real time. So apologies for being late. Oh no. Yeah, well, it's like a 2-minute. Bro, what the heck? This dude is so bad. This dude is so bad. Joe Biden's giving a press conference. Bro, it's like a 2-minute scripted speech and he walks away like he usually does. This is, bro. The Democrats are in shambles right now. This is just awful. But anyways, let's take a look at this.
I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies of the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that people, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. So far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried President with the
Wow.
with the security failures,
Wow, what a press
President?
conference. Answers one question and walks away behind a blue curtain. But in any case, I'm very glad that he issued a statement like that. It's very good. This is the type of stuff that we need to hear from major political figures at this time. We did see Donald Trump do something similar after January 6th, so it was nice to see Biden sort of do something similar, giving a rather small press conference to condemn this act of violence that occurred here today. Yep, Biden tries to get a hold. Yeah, we got all the quotes from Biden because we watched what happened. Okay, so we've got a summary here. In a statement shared by his campaign, Trump said Trump's campaign says he's fine. The shooter and an attendee was killed. But yeah, this is a very horrible situation, and hopefully Trump makes it out okay. It looked like his leg or knee or foot was injured. No idea the extent of that injury. It'd be a shame if something like that kind of limits his ability to campaign further. Also, very interesting decision from the Joe Biden campaign to decide not to run any more ads or anything. That kind of surprised me. Wasn't expecting to see that. And it's not because he's pulling out of the race, from what I can tell, but it's literally just because of the gravity of the situation. It would feel wrong to be running campaign ads against someone who was in the hospital because somebody tried to shoot him. No, not tried to shoot him, actually did shoot him because he nicked his ears, everyone could see. So yeah, not a great day in American history, but I think it kind of shows what can happen when our rhetoric is just ratcheted up to this incredibly heightened and polarized level. You can't be saying every single presidential candidate is going to destroy the country that you live in and not expect something crazy to happen. So yeah, very wild stuff. But hopefully this is the worst that it gets. Is it the worst it's gonna get? I don't know, bro. This is just so bad.